All right, so tomorrow hopefully should be a big day, one that answers a big question that many sneakerheads have been asking, and that's what the hell Adidas plans on doing with the remaining Yeezy inventory. So of course, earlier this year they had a big major Yeezy sale, one that generated, according to Adidas, around $150 million. People at that time thought this would be the final Yeezy sale, but apparently not, as according to the rumor mill, we're in store for what could potentially be the biggest Yeezy drop of all time. Now, it's very important to note that officially Adidas has yet to confirm anything. All of this does though come from very valid sources, which apparently I think this whole thing began with Soul Retriever, who originally reported that we would see releases coming up tomorrow, Monday, May the 27th, and we'll be resuming all the way through the month of June with the final drop going down on the 13th. Now, as far as the pairs releasing, it looks like apparently we have over 75 different styles. So it looks like all of the classic Yeezy grails will be returning, including classics like the 350 V1. We have the OG Turtle Doves. I believe the Pirate Blacks will be restocking as well for the 350s. You got the Zebra, Red Stripe, plus more. And I'm not even gonna lie, you know, after all of the dust has settled and everything like that, I would have to say that the 350 V2 Zebras, you know, even with all the hate that the 350 V2s get nowadays, I would say the Zebras may be one of the most iconic Yeezys of all time. We also got the OG 500 Blush returning, along with the Supermoon Yellow, the Utility Blacks, plus more. Now, when it comes to these boots, I would say Ye has most definitely, you know, made a name for himself in the boot market. We have a new style coming here with the 500 Combat Boot. This is the sand colorway. I think a colorway that a lot of people will be checking for. And then we have these Knit Runner boots, as well as the insulated boots, two pairs which are from that 2020-21 Yeezy era, which I feel like, as far as these boots, these are some of the most wild futuristic designs, and I believe even to this day we have yet to see either of these restock. So I think those are two pairs that a lot of people will be checking for. We got the 450s coming, we got the Yeezy Quantum, as well as the boots again. And when it comes to these desert boots, again, another design which I'm gonna say right now, these desert boots are a timeless design, one that has aged like fine wine, and I know a lot of people will be checking for these. Apparently we got the Rock colorway coming, and even the Salt pair, which we haven't seen drop in quite some time. Now, when it comes to these slides, it looks like we're gonna be seeing all the OG colorways returning. The slides, can't say enough good things about those. And then when it comes to these foam runners, while we got a whole bunch of recent colorways dropping, the classic sand pair will be coming as well. And apparently on the final day, June 13th, of all of these releases included, it looks like Yeezy and Adidas will be sending off one of the most iconic collaborations of all time with the classic 700 V1 Wave Runner, a pair that no matter how many times they drop, people cannot seem to get enough of this all-time Yeezy classic. So these are some of the many pairs which are rumored to be releasing beginning tomorrow. Now, with all of these pairs releasing, it also raises a lot more questions, because when we break things down by the numbers, apparently for that last major Yeezy drop that we saw Adidas do, I want to say it was back in March, they reported that they generated somewhere in the ballpark of around $150 million. Now, what they have remaining, they said, would be around $200 million. So with all of these pairs releasing, my anticipation for this drop is we probably shouldn't get our hopes too high, as based off these numbers, I'm guessing that this drop will be extremely limited. If we factor in the last big major Yeezy drop where they generated around $150 million, they released a lot less styles, and with over 75 plus styles dropping, which they estimate should generate around $200 million, the numbers aren't looking too good. So my guess is that everything should probably go down via the Confirmed app, so you can expect to see releases going down periodically throughout the specified release dates. Now, for a full list of all of the dates and the pairs releasing, I would suggest for you guys to check out Soul Retriever, as they have a full breakdown of everything to expect. So I'm guessing that these pairs should be extremely limited. And one thing that I can't figure out is that how does Adidas have so many of these styles still sitting around? I mean, pairs like the Zebra, the Wave Runner, originally released all the way back in like what, 2016, 2017. I know they've reproduced them, you know, throughout the years, but do they still have pairs left over even after like 3, 4, 5 times of dropping these? I don't know. I think a lot of questions have to be answered, and one could only possibly speculate that maybe Adidas has been manufacturing more of these pairs, you know, getting ready for this final blowout drop. Who knows, but I guess we will get a lot of these answers once these pairs officially drop. Now, on top of everything that's supposed to be released, and of course, we do have to factor in the controversy. Last time, you know, Ye took to social media to let all of his fans and supporters, everybody know that Adidas is currently suing him, and apparently he's not being paid any royalties for any of these sales. So will fans boycott this release? Of course, with all of these iconic releases dropping, I don't know if people can hold back on the temptation, because once again, we're seeing a lot of pairs dropping that a lot of people have missed out on throughout the year. So it's going to be an interesting moment to see how things go down. And then there's also another big thing. Of course, we have the 750s. Now, this was a release right here that a lot of people were, I guess you could say, like disappointed, you know, to not see on this release window. This is a pair that was rumored to be coming back for quite some time now. So I'm going to break it down to you guys exactly what I heard from my guy at Adidas, who he actually hit me up recently saying that the last time he was up at the offices, I guess he's referring to the corporate headquarters, was that Adidas was planning to bring back the iconic 750 in 2024. But what he said was that he's not sure if it's a part of these summer releases. So from what I gathered from that information is that Adidas, of course, obviously did have these planned to drop. I was guessing probably as like a holiday 2024 release. But then, of course, once everything ended, we're not sure if these actually made it to the manufacturing process. So who knows if these ever did hit the factory, or if they even generated enough for a like full size run for a complete release. But as far as the 750, I probably wouldn't count on it as part of being as far as these releases go. But one thing that is great that he did confirm is that apparently Adidas and Yeezy will be dropping pairs for the summer. So according to the internal memo that apparently was leaked to Soul Retriever, those dates should be starting beginning tomorrow. So we'll see if it's all accurate. If not, I guess we'll have to just put the blame on Soul Retriever, as it seems like this news has kind of spread like wildfire. You're seeing it all over social media. You're seeing YouTubers talking about it. And I guess it's important because a lot of people are checking for these releases. And especially if this is the last Adidas Yeezy drop, this will be a huge way to send off an iconic collaboration. So I just wanted to check in with you guys here on this wonderful Sunday. I hope everybody's enjoying their weekend. Enjoy your day off if you got tomorrow off. And hopefully we'll see some Adidas Yeezy drops, or hopefully not, depending on which side you're on. So I think it's gonna be a big moment as far as the drops. Tomorrow should be jam-packed to start things off, if everything goes according to plan. But for me, the way I would like to see things go down is for, rather than Adidas dropping all of these pairs at once, they should spread things out throughout the remainder of the year. I think it would make more sense business-wise for them. That way they can boost up the numbers each quarter. And then for consumers, it would make a lot more sense because people don't got the funds to buy up all these pairs at one time. And for people that are really checking for these pairs, you know, they've been saving up their funds, and it would just make a lot more sense for them to drop them, you know, spread out throughout the year. That way people could have a better chance, you know, to grab some of these classic iconic Yeezy releases. But as I mentioned previously, we'll see how things go down tomorrow. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you enjoyed today's little quick update, please help support the channel by dropping that thumbs up. And of course, you guys already know I'll be back to check in to see how things go down, as rumor has it we got a big Yeezy drop in store for us coming up here tomorrow. So salute, guys. I'm JA. Make sure y'all stay safe, stay blessed, and I am out, y'all. Love.